Now, another thing you seem to have a problem with is when something has one source, right? Right. But it seems to be suggesting two different things. If you're saying the wrong thing, but no one can tell you you're saying the wrong thing, that could be part of your problem here, right? Right. In other words, if you think you're saying the right thing and you're really not, right? How do you know you're not, right? So that really becomes the real problem here, right? Now I'm telling you the things I learned growing up, right? Watching TV, right? See, that's where I learned you're not supposed to be with a child under a certain age and how you're supposed to go about doing that until the child reaches that age, and then it's up to the child or the teenager, whatever the age may be, right? And then they can choose to be with you or not, right? Right. That's not rocket science, people, right? It's sex, right? And the thing is, at 16 in Georgia, you're told a 16-year-old can say yes or no to sex or not, which is what the rule's about, or the law's about, right? It allows a 16-year-old, unlike a 15, 14, or younger child, right, to consent to sex. Right? Mm-hmm. And that's kind of the whole thing you don't seem to understand what it means. Now, most people who get in trouble for it don't care that the child isn't 15 and a year too young. They'll have sex with the 15-year-old anyway. Well, all you can do to avoid that, again, like I told you, is ask someone's age, right? Which you can't prove I did or didn't just because you got a video of it, right? Or not, right? Especially if I remember telling her, you're trying to lie to me, I did, right? And that don't make sense if I told you I didn't just do it with her. I did it with a bunch of women I was running into, actually. Actually. At least 4 different women did my nail salon before I ever met Michelle. Right. And she was like the 5th, and I still went to a few more after that, one in the mall, the Oglethorpe Mall, and right, whatever, somewhere else. Right. And again, and again. I think I did it at the one across the street as well, maybe one time, right? But the point is, right, um, I wasn't, you know, knowingly, anyway, trying to have sex with anyone really in the store. The main goal was to get my nails done, right? Now, like I told you with the girl I got lucky with, who was working in the convenience store, right? And asked me to come back around 11 p.m. and all that after she was about ready to close and get off work, right? All right. When I did that, I had talked to her a little bit earlier and she had asked me to come back by, right? So we did that, right? And we kind of hooked up and then, right? I basically went on home though too, and I might have dropped her off at where she wanted me to drop her off at. That was it. That was it. I know. Exactly. But if an Asian girl wants to get lucky with me, Michelle is the only one I'm worried who might have did it. Anyway. Right. And the reason for that is simply put, right, I lost the hour of time to miss the movie I was trying to see that day, right? Not that if the other women had made a move on me sexually, I wouldn't have had sex with one of them either, right? I just didn't feel that arose to that occasion. And I'm trying to cover it if after the sex part, she told me she was 15 later on or someone else did, right? Because, see, I still didn't know going into the store, right? Hello? No. That's part of it as well. And again, I'm not omniscient. I'm guessing. Which means I can guess right or wrong something. Right? Or I asked a question and she answered and I thought it was okay and she wasn't lying, right? Initially. Right? But that's the whole problem too. If you lie to someone who only partially knows something anyway, right? Like, I know the rule says the girl has to be 16 and older, right? But to be with someone of any age, they got to act like they want to be with me usually, or it don't happen, right? And I'm usually waiting for a girlfriend or someone to have sex with me. And every time I had sex, even with my ex-wife, it was before we got married as well. Mm-hmm. Right. Bible really don't say you can't do that either. Unless you're misinterpreting it, by the way.